Hi, I'm James Bruce, reviews editor for MakeUseOf.com, and I've been spending the Christmas period taking a look at this, the Teclast TBook 16 Pro, available now for around $200 from GearBest.com. It features a large 11.6-inch IPS display panel in a widescreen aspect ratio. There's an Intel Atom X5 Z8300 CPU, 4GB of RAM and 64GB of eMMC storage. And it can dual boot between Windows 10 and Android 5.0. You'll also find an HDMI out, a micro USB for charging and OTG, a headphone socket, and a DC socket for fast charging the device. There's a TF card expansion slot which accepts micro SD cards up to 128GB of size for expansion, and there's a 2-megapixel camera on the front for video chat applications. Connectivity is provided by Bluetooth 4.0 or a wireless N-speed connection. The separate DC charging port allows them to provide you with a 3.4 amp charger, which should charge it super fast compared to the typical 2.1 amps by a standard USB port. The tablet itself is very solidly built. There's no flexing in the device here. I'm not sure exactly which alloy they've used, but it seems to be metal all the way around, not plastic like some cheaper devices can be. Now, one of the defining features of this device is the keyboard, available separately, which then conveniently snaps into place on your device, providing it with a netbook sort of form factor. Now, this is both its greatest strength and its greatest weakness. Greatest strength because the design is pretty neat. It just snaps right into place with these magnetic connectors, gives good protection to the screen, and allows for a variety of viewing angles. It also gives you a couple of USB ports on either side so you can plug in accessories. And yet I say it's also the weakest part of the package because the keyboard itself and the trackpad just feel really cheap. If you're used to those cheapy Bluetooth keyboards, you probably won't mind so much, but it's nothing compared to, say, the Surface or the iPads. The trackpad I found particularly annoying because it seems to press once in the middle and sort of twice on the edges. As mentioned, it's a dual boot machine. So at startup, you can choose between Windows 10 or the now slightly aging Android 5.0. Windows performance is abysmal, as is typical with these hybrid sort of devices. I experienced lots of lag and periods of general unresponsiveness. I would really only use Windows in an emergency. Don't buy this if you're planning on using Windows as your primary interaction with the device. You're just really not going to get a good experience with Windows on a budget sort of tablet device like this. Android performance, on the other hand, is pretty good. The interface is quite responsive and basic 3D games are going to run fine. The device scored about 57,000 in Antutu. Suffice to say, it should be fine for your everyday needs. In terms of battery life, the 7,200 mAh battery provides, I found, about 5 hours of general web usage or 2.5 hours streaming a movie at full volume and full brightness, which again is respectable but nothing amazing. However, there does appear to be a sleep mode bug where sometimes the device will lose as much as 20 to 50% of the battery life overnight if you don't shut it down properly. Hopefully this will be fixed in a future firmware update, or you can just ensure you keep it plugged in overnight. Where the Teclast TBook 16 Pro really shines though is in media consumption. A large bright IPS display coupled with the stereo speakers on either side here make it great for watching movies and YouTube, while the Surface-like wide aspect ratio means you're not going to see those annoying black bars on the top or bottom as you might on an iPad. So you can really take advantage of the display without losing any of the image in the process. So should you buy the Teclast TBook 16 Pro? I'd say if you can grab it as a package with the keyboard for about $200, then it's a pretty good deal. Windows performance is, as expected, quite bad, but Android is good enough. It's got a great screen, perfect for watching movies, and overall it's a solidly well-built device with good connectivity options. Anyway, if you'd like to enter to win a Teclast TBook 16 Pro for yourself, we have one to give away. So please head on over to MakeUseOf.com, click the link in the description, and type in the code you see in that little black box for some bonus entries in the competition. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to this channel and click the little bell next to the subscribe button to be notified of all of our twice weekly giveaways and technology tutorials from all of us at MakeUseOf.com. Till next time.